Hey guys, I hope everyone is continuing to get better. I wanted to talk about this topic because it had been coming up. A lot of people have been mentioning it to me, and just about overall making better decisions. So tune in and let's get the discussion going. Decisions. So that's the topic, decisions. Making decisions, making the best decisions for each individual, obviously that's going to vary a lot. But I guess for this topic, I wanted to go through my decision-making process. So in making decisions, there's short-term decisions. I attribute that as being 1 to maybe 2 years. Medium-term decisions, 5 years, and longer-term decisions, meaning 10 years or longer. Obviously, they're going to vary depending on the situation, but my thought process in terms of decisions is to think to the medium or long term. Obviously, some decisions are made for shorter term, but I tend to think longer term decisions. I've noticed it seems like a lot of people run into trouble when they make decisions for short term. They make decisions for the instant gratitude, decisions whether it is with money or relationships, or the short term. When people make those decisions, they tend to not be as gratifying, at least in my instances. And so I try to think of longer term in terms of making those decisions. Yogi Berra has a quote, and he says, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Everybody thinks that's a pretty hilarious quote, but to me that means you just have to make whatever decision you think is right at that point in time. There's an option of not even having a decision, and you're basically paralyzed with making the decisions. I've seen that actually hinder people and their outcomes in life or in the future. They're paralyzed, they can't make a decision, and so they don't make a decision. But that can also come back to hinder you. And so my thought process is to make a decision, right or wrong, stick with it, own up to it, claim it, learn from it, make a better one next time if it's the wrong one, and if you made the right one, you did something right. So this process is developed through my life, through the life experiences that I've dealt with. But in the first video that I've done shows you some of the life experiences that I've done. Making decisions, whether it's to go to school, which school, decisions with friends, where to live, whether I buy something or not. All these decisions have been, the better decisions I've made have been through thinking of the long-term solutions. And so thinking as long as possible. And so learning to make these decisions, they're made every single day. We don't realize it, but we make thousands of decisions every day. Thousands of decisions. Whether it is to go right or left, whether it is, even if we're taking, even if our car is driving us and we're looking in the GPS and it routes us one way, we have a choice to either take that route or take a various route. Or if we have to make alternative stops, we have a choice about whether to make those before or after. So our minds are very complex. We're making tons of decisions every single day. And so I just wanted to let you know of the tips that I've learned, thinking long term, not thinking of the immediate gratitude. And some of the best decisions have been to delay that gratitude as well, whether it is in investing or let's just say paying off debt rather than going out and spending that money. That is a long-term decision because instant gratitude would be to spend that money. Another lesson would be to pay that off. You actually would have, let's just say, an emergency buffer, or you have more money to actually utilize when you actually need something that you actually want. And so split-second decisions, they I would say to trust your gut. Your gut is whatever you want to attribute it to. It could be the universe, could be a higher being, but that is telling to you. And I think there's decisions that our heads or our hearts want to make, but physically our bodies will tell us what to do, what the right thing is to do. And so if you are getting that feeling in your gut that you don't want to go through with the decision, you don't want to, or you made the wrong decision, maybe take a step back. There's some of it's going to be fear, right? But as we grow, and Bruce Lee had another quote as well. It says, to know oneself is to know others. So that's also a life lesson that I've learned, is the more that I know myself, the better that I know myself, the better I can put myself in someone's shoes, or the better I know what they're going to do in terms of making a decision. Even if I'm waiting on their decision, I can put myself in their situation, possibly what they value, and I know which way they're going to go before they've even made that decision. So that's just another life lesson that I've learned. I hope everyone is staying healthy, staying safe, keep learning those life lessons. Let me know of any topics that you want to discuss. Keep getting smarter, keep getting better every day. Stay healthy. Talk to you soon. Cheers.